Hope everybody's doing, I would say well, but I think somebody else uses that. So I'll say cool. I hope you're doing cool today. I want to talk to you about cost of living and the expenses that I have incurred since I've been here. I had to make a little cheat sheet on my cell phone to make sure I didn't miss anything. These prices are going to be outrageous, and that's probably going to give you an idea of why I'm struggling so much right now. But it's going to get better. It really is. I learned from my mistakes, and I learned what not to do and what I need to do. So I'm going to be okay. Don't worry about that. But I want to start at the very beginning with the taxi from the airport. Taxi from the airport, I believe the island is called Mactan. I believe the city is Lapu-Lapu. And I can't remember the name of the airport, but it's got something international in it. From the airport, I got a yellow cab for 475 pesos. The original offer I got was 600 pesos. The last time I came, I got here for 350 pesos. I looked for the white cabs, I just didn't quite make it far enough. So, let that be a lesson. Come out of the door, go to the right, keep going. Don't stop till you see white taxis. When I first got here, I was going to stay in hotels. My plan was to stay in hotels for a long time, so I can move from Cebu to, I'm going to go stay a weekend in El Nido or Boracay or whatever the case may be. That did not, however, pan out financially because I was having to eat 3 meals a day out. I was having to eat out 3 times a day. That gets expensive. There's no refrigerator in any of the rooms to store food or anything like that, nothing to cook with. After some debating, I decided that getting a condo would probably be, or moving into a condo would probably be in my best interest. My rent and the hotel rooms were costing me, I got them on very good deals, hotels.com and Airbnb. Y'all excuse me if I keep playing with these glasses, but I got a zit right there. And that thing hurts. Anyway, the rent was about $13 to $10 a night. The $13 hotel, I stayed in for 2 weeks, and my calculation is correct. That's about 660 pesos. A night. So that's not bad. And then the $10 a night Airbnb was in La Hogue. Now, don't ever stay in a $10 a night Airbnb in La Hogue, because here's what happened. I got there, they were so friendly, and they remained friendly. They offered to take my laundry and have it done for me. I didn't see it again for 4 days. I was very upset about that. They put me in a room with a bed that had about this much of a mattress, this much of a mattress, and a blanket and a piece of cloth over it. It did have air conditioning. I couldn't believe it. Walk down the hall to the bathroom, there's no running water anywhere in the unit. No running water. So that means you got to take a bucket bath. You have to take a bucket bath from the ice cold groundwater bucket bath. Now here in Cebu, you would think that's probably not much of a problem. When you're up in the mountains, well, La Hogue is not really in the mountains, but when you're, actually it doesn't matter if you're in the mountains or if you're standing on the beach. If you pour 60-degree water all over your body, you're going to have a brief moment of hyperventilation. It just happens. So stay away. What I wound up doing is going with a studio apartment, and that studio apartment cost me 20,000 pesos a month, or 400 American dollars. The security deposit was what killed me. It took most of my savings because it was first month, second month, third month. That was the security deposit that the owner wanted. And so you're talking about 60,000 pesos up front. That hurt. That hurt the pocketbook a lot. But that's what happens here. PLDT. I currently have a 20 megabit per second up and down internet connection through a Wi-Fi router via PLDT. I think I spoke about this the other day. The Wi-Fi is not that great, but if you use your Ethernet port on your computer and have the right kind of cable, you can get all 20 megabits. You can get all 20 megabits per second, which is still not enough to watch 1080p YouTube continuously, because it will freeze up. But it gets the job done. And for that, I pay 1,899 pesos with a security deposit of 3,000 pesos and an option to upgrade in 3 months. Now let's talk about Globe. I used Globe when I first got here. I used their pocket Wi-Fi, and I got to tell you, I was very satisfied with their pocket Wi-Fi. It got great speeds in the hotel room I was staying in. I would go to Ayala Mall and get 30 plus megabits down, and 7 to 12 up. Very happy with it. I still have it. I use it now to supplement Wi-Fi when I'm out and about from my phone. And then, of course, the PLDT does it here. But using that as my only source of internet, it got extraordinarily expensive very fast. In 3 weeks, I paid 11,000 pesos for internet through Globe. And that is, I believe, 8 gigabytes per 1,000 pesos. So I was chewing through it pretty quick. But you can't watch video without data, And when it's prepaid, it's always more expensive. So now that I have PLDT, but I only use it when I go out. I don't really do any video with it. Maybe listen to some music, Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing. It's only costing me about 2,000 pesos per month. Probably a little bit less. I got a dengue vaccine, the first of 3. Cost 5,400 pesos. When the lady at the desk said, "Sir, your payment will be 4,500 pesos." I said, "Okay, that's fine. I can pay that." I got back there, and the doctor told me, she said, "Can you afford 5,000 pesos? Because a lot of Filipinos can't afford that." And I said, "Sure." She told me 45, but you're the doctor, so that's fine. When I got back out to the desk, the same girl that told me 45 said, "Sir, your payment will be 5,400 pesos." So much for white privilege. Doctors visits. I had to see a bunch of doctors when I got here because I had to establish a relationship with the doctors that I will need while I am in country. And all of those visits together, even including the ones I got for the sinus infection, came to roughly 4,000 pesos. Please remember, this is just an overview. This is not a detailed step-by-step. I'll do one of those for you next month. Meds. This is where people will lie to you, believe it or not. Meds in the first month I was here, Cost about roughly, I think it was about 10,000 pesos. Same meds I take home. 10,000 pesos is what, I can't do the conversion in my head right now. 10,000 pesos is roughly 200 bucks, right, on meds. So I can get the same meds at home for about half that, roughly. That's just one of the oopsies of the Philippine healthcare system. Now let's talk food. Because I was eating out so much and trying to go to the grocery store a little bit, I've been going to the grocery store almost daily since I moved into this apartment. But in total, for a month, I spent about 13,000 pesos on food. That's a lot of money on food. I don't even eat that much. I know I'm fat, but I don't really eat that much. So this month has really seen a drastic difference, or starting to see a drastic difference in the type of food I buy and where I buy it. Transportation. I spent about 9,000 pesos on transportation, and that is exclusively cabs with one motorbike ride. Well, 2 motorbike rides from the same person. That's way too much money to spend on transportation. I have not gotten in a taxi in the last, I think, 6 or 7 days. I've walked everywhere I went. I feel good. I know I look good. So I'm going to keep walking because I like feeling good. My phone, my personal phone, iPhone 7 Plus phone. I keep it because I need T-Mobile for if I have to go back home. Plus, everything works over here except voice calls. I can text, I can get all the data in the world. I'm just limited to 256 kilobytes per second. Unless I buy an HD pass, which I shouldn't have to, but whatever. So I need the phone, and it cost me about 141 American dollars a month. That's about roughly 7,500 pesos. If I did that math correct. If I didn't, you are free to laugh at me and comment and tell me I'm an idiot. Philippine phone. I got a little, I didn't put it in my pocket. It's a little like track phone thing. It's just, you can't do anything on it. It's just buttons and a little screen. That costs about 500 pesos a month. Water. I have the 5-gallon thing that sets in the machine. You push it and cold water comes out or whatever. So I got 2 of those so far at 35 pesos a piece for 70 pesos. If I could drink water all the time and never have to drink anything else, that would be the cheapest way for me to live forever. That's my first full month's overview of my financial situation, spending, cost of living here in Cebu City, Philippines. If you are thinking about coming to Cebu City, bring money. If you buy into this horse crap about $500 a month, you can live well. $900 a month, you can live like a middle class person in the USA. You will come here, you will be heartbroken, you will be sadly mistaken, and then you won't have enough money to fly back home. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you just want to take a jab at me, please comment below.